and nearby lived a very powerful and rich fox. They grew up together, were in the same class at school, but now they're in different social classes. The fox's life was like a fairy tale. One day the wolf came to him and said, "Teach me to do it. I'm tired of my life and I want to play with the big boys. I want to live like you. Tell me what to do." The fox answered, "Don't sweat it. I'll fix up a place for you. You'll have a cushy job. You'll sit in a chair, quietly catch fish by the rules."
Hey, no. If you want freedom, come ask me for it.
Yeah, doesn't that remind you of something? YouTube is full of these things. You wanna get financial freedom from stocks, I don't know what. Come on, ask me for $5 a month. I'm gonna make you a millionaire. All that. As long as you need someone to make money, this guy at some point, because that's how he works, he's gonna take advantage of you. And he's gonna have to make sure that he will have you for a long time, you know? And how will he do that? Like so.
What do I do to make money? Tell me. You are dependent! A dependent imbecile. And what's going to happen? They're going to enslave you over and over and over again until you realize that they're perpetrating on your freedoms 24/7. And if you do not take control of your life, somebody will control
But they don't want to think for themselves. Most people would rather not think. They're not capable of it, so they just let the government, they let people in power, they let world health nonsense do it for them because it's hard to think. Most people just don't want to have any critical thinking skills, and they're getting distracted so much by TikTok that it's hard. It's hard because the programming is getting stronger and stronger. You're plugged into this 20.
TikTok is strong, TikTok is strong. I had it, I used it, and then I deleted it. I uploaded a video which I was riding my bike backwards. Maybe if I find it, I'm gonna put it here. And it got likes, but it don't matter. It don't matter. Prefer being famous for my music and get money from that. Because that's real.
4/7. So as soon as you're in monkeypox, go Jenner, and then you just don't think for yourself ever. The noise is stronger, so you need to block out the noise, ignore the distraction, and pay attention to it.
So let's go to the goddamn the story where a wolf and a fox. A wolf was living and the fox was catching fishes, a lot more fishes. So they were like, alright, how? The wolf was like, okay. The fuck was that? We better. Just watch.
"Tell me what to do."
Tell me what to do.
The fox answered, "Don't sweat it. I'll fix up a place for you. You'll have a cushy job. You'll sit in a chair, quietly catch fish
And she, of course, had a business.
by the rules. Don't fuss. Take a lot here, a little."
You see what's happening? This is the modern workforce. This is the worker, and this is the boss. They are the fishes. They eat the fishes.
"Little there, anything will do." So the wolf nervously looked around and saw that everyone was doing the same thing. And soon it was all working. He caught big fish and little ones. One day the fox came to get his share of fish, but the wolf said to him, "Sorry, brother, this fish is stuck to my tail." So the fox went and unstuck it. He cut the wolf's tail off and unstuck the fish. Good thing the wolf wasn't using his for bait. That's what happens when you play by someone else's rules.
Why are you telling me you're...
The moment you play by somebody else's rules, you owe them something. You are dependent on the system.
And you're dependent on the system because you're playing by his rules. And you know why you're playing by his rules? Because you can't get your own rules. That means you are not strong enough. You're dependent. And when you are dependent, they are gonna take advantage of you. They are gonna manipulate you into working more hours. Because you need them.
The moment you become dependent on the system, you are a slave. And the problem is, you do not know you are a slave because you've been in the system from the moment you were born. That's why you can't spot it. You can't notice it. That's why us telling you these things, they're such a shock to you. It's such a bucket of cold water in your face. But most people have what is called cognitive dissonance when they see all the facts in front of them, but their mind is so blurred, it's so obscured by lies and corruption and
So obscured by that
lack of
TikTok.
self-belief, that even if you present them the facts and you show them the evidence, they will not believe you.
So you know what they do, and I've noticed this like every single time when you say
If you're so smart, then maybe.
When you play by someone else's rules,
Why are you telling me your tales here? If you're so smart, then maybe you know a way out.
the way
Right.
out, my colleague, is through the entrance. It's time to get out of this game. Look, yeah, we have money. What good does it do? There is nothing for us to do in this country. The number of alcoholics and morons is larger than the whole population. It's a polluted education doesn't exist, and that new auto plant, it's not real. There's no other way than to leave and wipe this nightmare from our brains.
To leave? And who's gonna let you do this? You'll never forget this nightmare because it won't ever let you wake up. We do have money. But whose money is it? Is it yours, really? Can you actually spend it? Or offshore?
It's the government's money. They control the prices, they control the energy prices, so they control all the prices because everything takes energy to be made. And yeah,
Can you legalize it? Give it to your
Invest in
children?
crypto.
Don't lie to
Legalize it.
yourself. Don't be like the others. You're in a trap.
all countries.
And the
Anyway,
trap will only open its jaws once you are good and deceased. We can buy our way out of a criminal suit, maybe a nice mansion, a few cars, expensive tutors for the kids, but that's about it. See, you're like a hamster on a wheel, no freedom to be seen while the system rolls right on. Why don't I tell you a fairy tale, my special friend? Once there lived a smart guy like you. He found a job, settled in, and slowly rolled along with his life. Then he looked around and rolled a bit faster. He was allocated a budget and he administered it wisely, and by the rules, he got his cut. You know what I mean? Why would you ever build a fence for $1 million when it can be done for so much more? So he rolled on like this. The books looked good. Sometimes they didn't quite balance, but mostly he was a well-oiled machine. He'd give a taste to get off in court, give a taste to avoid an audit, he'd give a taste to whomever caught him and get away. But came
that's how far. And Jojo. And the modern. I can't even say it, imagine. Can't even say it, you know why? Because it's all being heard by the algorithm. Anything I say.
the day he decided, enough. I've made enough for myself and my kids. No more risk.
Not heard. They listen. You know, closely.
Everything can change. I'm leaving the game. Quietly. I need to move my money out and leave. I got away from grandma. I got away from grandpa. I got away from the traffic cop, the prosecutor, and the tax police. And I can get away from you, Mr. Fox.
And what?
What? Just look.
Looking for a university
Goddamn.
which values quality and flexibility? Then IU is for you.
You can listen to a podcast in the gym or watch
This
a
is
lecture
my
anytime.
hand.
There's
What a nice
always
hand I
two
got.
benefits.
If you have
Letting him go would have been a total loss for the Fox. Nobody leaves. The Fox hates feisty people. To those who want to leave, he gives a very tough time.
It's
Bounces
a tough time, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get out of the system, it's not fucking easy. It's not meant to be easy, but it's possible. You need to dedicate your life to getting out. And that's why I respect people like T, right? Cobra Tate. I respect the fuck out of him. I've talked to him on a regular basis. I've helped him on some business endeavors and things like that. Because why?
Look, guys, when you got some real problems and you've already solved half of them, you know that you can solve more. But if you haven't done shit, ain't no way it's gonna work. Ain't no way. And they don't care if you're gonna do many things. You know, the guys that have the most money don't care. If you got some idea that will help them, they may buy to you. If you don't wanna buy, if you don't wanna sell, they can copy. They can get you down. So
And the same thing here. I flew Sneeko out. I was like, hey, bro, like, we need to join forces because the reality of the situation is this cannot be done by one individual person. This idea.
let's look at the Snapchat story. Alright. Zuckerberg tried to buy Snapchat for $3 billion. almost. But before that, he had made an offer for a lot less. Zeros. I think 2 or 3 zeros less. And they both times, Snapchat Incorporated, I don't know, said no. And then Zook, at the first time, he tried to copy them with another chat, with another app called, I don't even remember. And they got a notification to every Facebook user to to download their new app. Imagine. So people downloaded instantly, but then it got down. Well, it was trending in the Google Play, but then it got down. It was a Snapchat clone, guys. It was a Snapchat clone. And why did it not work? Because why would you download the clone when you already have Snapchat? And the Snapchat was a good way for people to send dick pics and then delete them. And for girls to do that too. You know? Then Facebook got some hackers probably, because they opened up all the Snapchat, they went in their servers and typed things, and they found out every user's photos and history and anything that, well, basically was enough evidence to say that they really didn't vanish the photos. So, you know, just a way to learn how money works. And there is an old saying that said, be friends with your enemy. And that's what Zach did. And then they didn't want to be friends, because the other guys said no. So, what you get out of that?
Of a lone wolf that they're perpetrating on you, like, oh yeah, you're by yourself, you just
It's
gotta
impossible.
hustle, you gotta do it, you know, figure out your own lane,
You
don't
need a
trust
network.
nobody. You need a network, you need a circle, you need
And
a
I
community,
immediately
you
trusted
need
Luke because you can tell when somebody has good intentions and when somebody doesn't. Because there's so much evil that runs the world, it's pretty obvious to see when somebody's just trying to get
Yeah, man, but not always.
something. But I could see that he really just had the same exact philosophy about the world and life that I did. And he recalled, and we had that first conversation we had a FaceTime for 3 hours. I was like, it really felt like I was Keanu Reeves and this was neat.
fucking sense, dude. It makes no sense.
Let's go.
Well,
Let's go
I get late. I need to move my...
Oh, god damn it, dude.
If what
God
you
damn
thought
it.
was likely to happen
God damn it,
tomorrow,
YouTube
would you make
ads.
better decisions?
Damn. Has anyone noticed that this 3, 2, 1 and the skip ad afterwards is getting a bit slower? Or it's just my idea?
money out and leave. I got away from grandma. I got away from grandpa. I got
not
away from
second.
the cop, the prosecutor, and the tax police. And I can get away from you, Mr. Fox.
And what?
What? Just letting him go would have been a total loss for the Fox. Nobody leaves. The Fox hates feisty people. To those who want to leave, he gives a very tough time. Bounces them from the tax police to the DA to court, bleeds them dry and tosses them in jail. You asked for it, gingerbread man. Why are you silent? Hello? Are you even here?
Leave him alone. He looks like he's asleep.
And what, guys, is to actually be there and to understand things. Like, not the way that they want to. We've learned so many things as small kids that we have to refilter and understand, are they really true or it's just a generalization? And why is this like this? Why people made it a generalization?
What can I say? You seem to be making some good points, so I didn't chime in. So what do you want? To win or not to lose?
Not to lose.
It doesn't matter. How is it possible to win or lose in a game? Rules are constantly changing, but are never changed by you.
You don't understand the rules of the game because the rules are controlled. The rules are manipulated 24/7. The moment you do this, they change it to that. The moment you change to that, they change it to this. You're playing in the fucking limbo. You're playing in a system that you're never going to be able to get out of. Do you understand? And
Yeah, man, strong people can change the whole system of laws. They can change some laws, bro.
first way you get out of this system is by understanding the rules of the game, becoming extremely wealthy,
So they can win in court.
wealthy of the mind, which will lead to wealth of the pocket, and eventually you get to move and operate in a way like these individuals do. If you're bound by money, you're fucked. If you're bound by the opinions of others, you're fucked. If you're bound by the information that you see online, you're fucked. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to help community because instead of just watching that, by record, share. Maybe at some point I'm gonna get money from that. But hey, is it bad?
You need to hold on to nothing. You need to be able to reinvent yourself over and over and over again. If not, you're gonna get screwed. That is the name of the game.
You've been making some good points, so I can join in. So what do you want? To win or not to lose?
Not to lose.
It doesn't matter. How is it possible to win or lose in a game? The rules are constantly changing, but are never changed by you. I want to tell you a story too. There once was a turnip that grew very, very big. They started turning it in different directions, but just couldn't pull it out. The turnip creaks, but it won't come out. Then one spot I said, why don't we just grab the turnip together and pull it in the same direction? They grabbed it, pulled really hard, pulled out the turnip. It shined gloriously like the sun, so beautiful, so smooth. When the turnip was just sitting there, no one got anything at all. But after it was pulled, everyone had enough. There is one way alone for us to agree amongst ourselves, to finally write some rules ourselves. And that's when it will start. Our game, ourselves.
Yeah, notebook. I write the things you wanna do, and the more you write it, the more you see it. The more you'll plan it and actually believe in it. And you'll start working better because our mind has the access to this, bro. It's a pencil. Has the access to paper. You can write them things down. Why hold it in there? This thing has so much bullshit inside. Like, write them down. That's better. You can trust yourself more to judge when it's all written. Because you can think and rethink, but you won't lose a pattern. You won't forget. You feel me? Don't forget. Learn.